I know that some of you normally engage in physical activity at least 3 days a week, which is great. One type of physical activity that I personally enjoy doing is strength training. Let's begin with a brief overview of strength training. It's defined by Worlow's Perspectives in Nutrition as an activity that uses muscular strength to move a weight or work against a resistance load. It's also known as resistance training or weightlifting. It's primarily an anaerobic activity, which means you should be at 60 to 90% of your maximum heart rate during a set. Your maximum heart rate should be 220 minus your age in years. Now I will discuss the many benefits of strength training. Firstly, strength training can greatly increase one's lean tissue or skeletal muscle mass. An increase in lean tissue leads to a higher BMR, which is our ability to expend calories at rest while maintaining normal body functions. Skeletal muscle requires about 18% of the body's energy at rest and much more when activated, as noted by Worlow's Perspectives in Nutrition. To compare, this is about twice as much energy as needed by the heart at rest. In addition to that, strength training can expend many calories. For example, a 150-pound person doing moderate intensity strength training can expend about 450 calories per hour. Wow, that is almost a quarter of some individuals' daily caloric intake. Calorie expenditure can vary drastically, accounting for factors such as body weight, duration, and intensity. Strength training will help you achieve a healthier body weight. It takes a double-angled approach on caloric expenditure. The first being the increased basal metabolic rate, and the second is the calories expended from the actual physical activity itself. Now here's another benefit of strength training. The Arthritis Foundation claims a study in Great Britain found 12 weeks of strength training improved physical function in individuals with mild rheumatoid arthritis by reducing stiffness, pain, and swelling throughout their body. Let's look at another reason why individuals should strength train. Starting at about age 35, most adults lose bone density faster than it can form. Thus, years later, we may get osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a condition where bones become weak and brittle and are hypersensitive to fractures. Strength training can increase bone density and reduce our risk to osteoporosis, as noted by Mayo Clinic. Strength training also has a positive impact on diabetes. An estimated 26 million individuals in the United States, children included, have diabetes, mainly type 2, and about another 80 million are pre-diabetic. This is an astonishing number. The Journal of the American Diabetes Association states that several studies have shown that resistance training 3 days a week can improve insulin-mediated glucose uptake. This is key for diabetics so that their blood sugar remains under control, and thus they can avoid complications such as amputations and blindness. Yet, here's another reason to incorporate strength training into your fitness routine. As stated by highbloodpressureinfo.org, strength training can lower an individual's systolic and diastolic blood pressure over time by several millimeters of mercury. Most of us are aware that hypertension is a prominent issue in the United States today. In fact, the Center for Disease Control states that about 1 of every 3 adults in America has hypertension. Now, with all this talk on strength training, I'd like to show you a few videos that demonstrate proper form. The first video illustrates the bench press, an exercise that emphasizes the chest, triceps, and shoulders.
The most important part of bench press form is being able to stabilize the shoulders in retraction. This is squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back and holding them in this position through the duration of the movement. This will allow you to get the full strength and muscle building benefits of the bench press. The second important part of bench press form is to always lower the weight slower than when you raise it up. Your body can handle more weight and your muscles do more work on the eccentric part. This is the part of the lift where they are lengthening under tension. The third part is to hold your breath until you pass the sticky point. Bench press is an anaerobic exercise, so treat it as so.
The next video I'd like to share with you is one that demonstrates the squatting exercise. This particular exercise targets the glutes, hamstrings, and quadriceps. However, some fitness enthusiasts would argue it's a complete body exercise.
To perform squats correctly, whether you have weights or just your body weight as you see here, you must master the anterior pelvic tilt. This is tilting your hips back while you squat your butt down as if you're sitting on an imaginary stool. Your back should be flat and your core should be tight. You can hold your arms up at shoulder level or extend them out as a counterbalance. When you squat with body weight or with weight, your knees should not pass your toes. Your core should always remain tight, and your feet should be flat on the floor. Your weight should be concentrated on the back 2/3 of your heels. Another pointer is to keep your knees always pointing in the same direction as your toes. If you notice your knees moving inwards or outwards at any point of the range of motion, you may need to perform foam roller techniques to loosen up your IT band or your inner thighs. Inhale as you squat down to parallel or below. Exhale as you finish the motion.
Now here are some last-minute tips for success. Start off with light weight when beginning a strength training program. Use proper form so you can control the weight. Consult a physician or fitness expert if necessary before you begin. You will see results. Now I will summarize what I have presented today. Strength training is a key factor when it comes to improving or regulating body weight, arthritis, bone density, blood pressure, and diabetes. The facts presented today clearly indicate that strength training has a beneficial health effect when done properly. I believe you should incorporate it into your workout routine. Thank you for your time today.